Welcome. What you're about to experience isn't another training program. Vibe Higher is the architecture of reality, where cutting-edge cognitive neuroscience converges with the timeless principles of the law of assumption to deliver peak performance at an institutional scale. The question we're here to answer today is simple. Why do some organizations break through every ceiling, while others, with equal talent and resources, keep hitting the same invisible walls? Here's the problem that most organizations refuse to acknowledge. Traditional training, skills workshops, motivational seminars, knowledge-based certification, operates on only 5% of the human operating system. The conscious mind, willpower, skills, knowledge. Meanwhile, the other 95%, the subconscious, is running the show. The default mode network, nervous system regulation, the deep-seated beliefs about what is and isn't possible. Institutions spend millions on the tip of the iceberg and wonder why performance doesn't change. Vibe Higher goes beneath the waterline. What makes Vibe Higher uniquely defensible is this. We've done what no one else has done at scale. We've taken the mystical, law of assumption, Neville Goddard's teachings, ancient principles of consciousness, and we've translated them into a biologically grounded methodology. On the left, neuroplasticity, the reticular activating system, Theta brainwaves, the default mode network. On the right, the law of assumption, state akin to sleep, memory reconsolidation, the concept of self. Vibe Higher is the bridge between them, rigorous enough for science, powerful enough for transformation. Let's talk about paradigm. The old model demands action first. Force your way through, grind harder, change the output by sheer will. It operates on beta waves, high friction, high stress, high burnout. It is exhausting and it is unsustainable. The Vibe Higher paradigm inverts this entirely. Identity first, alignment then flow. Theta waves, the brainwave state of deep receptivity and creation. Instead of thinking of the goal from a place of lack, you think from the goal, as if it is already done. You change the input and the output changes automatically. At this very moment, your brain is receiving 11 million bits of raw data per second. And your conscious mind, it processes roughly 50. The gatekeeper responsible for that filter is the reticular activating system, the RAS. Without intentional programming, the RAS defaults to its biological mandate: scan for threats, flag lack, amplify anxiety. This is why talented people stay stuck. Vibe Higher's first pillar teaches individuals and teams to consciously reprogram this filter so that your nervous system begins automatically scanning for solutions, opportunities, and every pathway to success. Reality is not happening to you. Reality is consciousness objectified. It is your internal state projected outward. At the center of everything is your identity. Your perception flows from it. Your actions emerge from it. Your external results reflect it. When an organization or individual assumes the internal state of their desired outcome, not wishes for it, not strives toward it, but assumes it, perception shifts. Inspired action becomes effortless. The Vibe Higher protocol doesn't ask you to want success. It trains you to embody the frequency of the wish already fulfilled. The beta state, where most of us spend our working hours, is analytical, vigilant, and highly resistant to new beliefs. It is the state of the critical filter. Theta waves, oscillating between 4 and 8 hertz, are a different world entirely. Deep neuroplasticity. The hypnagogic window, that 5 to 10 minute threshold between waking and sleep, is where the prefrontal cortex relaxes its grip. This is the mechanism behind state akin to sleep, or SATS. Vibe Higher delivers looped, sensory-rich neural scripting precisely timed for this window, installing new organizational paradigms and unshakable confidence directly into the subconscious, bypassing resistance entirely. This pillar is what separates practitioners who succeed from those who quit. When you shift your internal identity, the external world does not update instantly. Your current circumstances are an echo, a delayed projection of past thoughts and past states. The gap between your new internal reality and your 3D world typically takes 60 to 90 days to close. This period is called the bridge of incidence. Most people and most organizations abandon their new identity the moment they hit this lag and slide back into old patterns. Vibe Higher builds the mental endurance to hold the state, maintain a strict mental diet, and trust the bridge until the outer world catches up. The enterprise application of Vibe Higher targets 3 transformation levers. First, eradicating ceilings, dismantling the subconscious financial and growth limits silently held by leadership teams, which set the invisible ceiling for every person beneath them. Second, shifting culture, moving an organization's nervous system baseline from chronic stress and reactive friction into sustainable flow states. Third, peak performance, training employees to act from inspiration rather than desperation, replacing burnout-inducing effort with aligned, high-leverage execution. The result is not a motivational spike. It is a structural identity upgrade. For educational institutions, the opportunity is equally profound and arguably more urgent. Vibe Higher addresses 3 of the most pressing challenges in academic performance today. Anxiety, neutralized through identity-level shifts and nervous system regulation, not coping mechanisms, but actual rewiring. Focus, by tuning student RAS filters to lock onto learning objectives and tune out the noise of constant digital distraction. And unshakable confidence, teaching students to architect their academic reality from the inside out, reducing dropout rates and creating the kind of self-efficacy that no external pressure can erode. Transformation requires measurement. Vibe Higher's diagnostics engine gives organizations and individuals the data to understand where they are and track where they're going. The Assumption Lab is a scenario-based simulator. Users encounter neutral, real-world events and observe their subconscious chain reactions, the nervous system responses, the automatic narratives, the default programs running beneath awareness. The identity audit complements this with a scored diagnostic, exposing the invisible background programs running on wealth, capability, and relationships. You cannot change what you cannot see. Vibe Higher makes the invisible visible. Every stressful day leaves a neurological residue, an emotional charge attached to a memory that gets filed as evidence of who you are and what's possible for you. The Revision Journal is Vibe Higher's daily guided ritual, drawn from Neville Goddard's revision technique. Each night, users rewrite the day's stressors and perceived failures, mentally replacing them with preferred outcomes before entering sleep. The neuroscience is clear. Memories are not fixed. They are reconsolidated every time they are recalled. Revision alters the emotional charge of a memory, prevents cumulative burnout, and resets the nervous system. Ready to create, not just cope. Sustained transformation doesn't happen in isolation. It happens in community. Vibe Hire's ecosystem is built around 3 pillars of collective support. The Bridge Forum provides dedicated cohort spaces where institutions share their bridge of incidents wins, the small, synchronistic confirmations that identity shifts are working, sustaining momentum through the reality lag. Accountability partners are peer-matched to maintain daily mental diet adherence because consistency is where most individuals fall off. And weekly live coaching with our reality architects provides the troubleshooting, recalibration, and reinforcement that keeps every team on track. Vibe Hire is structured into 3 tiers, designed to meet organizations at their entry point and scale with their ambition. The Seeker tier is foundational. Course 1 on RAS programming, a mini identity audit, and core content. The Architect tier is comprehensive. Courses 1 through 3, the full revision journal, SATS diagnostics, and core community access. And the Reality Master Elite tier is the full architecture. Course 4 covering echo theory, the complete assumption lab, live Q&As with our team, and the full audio SATS library. Every tier is a complete transformation system. The only question is how deep you want to go. Here is the truth that Vibe Hire is built on. Your organization's reality is not a product of the market, the economy, or circumstance. It is a direct reflection of the collective internal state of the people inside it. Change the state, and you change the reality. Raise the state, and you raise every outcome that flows from it. The pilot program is the first step. Our enterprise and education team is ready to architect your rollout, customized to your institution's size, culture, and transformation goals. The architecture of a new reality begins with a single decision. Make it now.